for battling the traffic and not going to see the new kids. Oh wait, that's not here? Yeah, no, that's not here. I am not Donnie Wolf. Despite popular belief. Welcome to Shakespeare Raw! Verona. Now, quick show of hands. How many of you have been to Shakespeare Raw? How many of you haven't been? Oh, you're in for some treats. But before we get to those, let's bring the cast onto the stage. Now, for those of you who have not seen one of our shows before, you will notice that in your program there is a list of characters, but there's no names. Why is that? Oh yeah, we'll do notes. We'll do notes after. The reason for that is because we don't know who we are playing just yet. That's why we have our casting director, which is this fantastic red trilby in my hand. That's right, it's a trilby, that's what this hat is called. But you still wear it to talk down to women.
Some poor men's red secretaries right now is crying in his mother's basement.
We stole it from him! I digress. What we are going to do is we are going to have our actors come in and they are going to draw their role from this casting director. And that is who they are going to play today. What was that, Rob? Okay. Before this train keeps hurtling off the track, let us go ahead and draw our name. All right. Swanson will be playing
Valentine.
And Jason will be playing
Julia.
Now, Cauley tonight will be playing the part of Lucetto. Miss Michelle will be playing. Really excited. Thurio. Thurio. But she's going to break him right in half. And Blake will be playing tonight.
Duke of Milan.
The Duke of Milan. All right. And Brandon. Jerod.
Tonight you go.
Tonight you will be playing Brandon playing
Proteus.
The one and only Flea! That is correct. Now, while they're running backstage, getting into character, getting ready to put on this show, Two Gentlemen of Verona, for you tonight, I am going to stall for time. I caution you. What they are doing is a little quick history lesson. And now, back in Shakespeare's day, they didn't have a lot of sunlight, nor did they have a lot of electricity. Hey, guess what? Candles and torches were very expensive. And if you know one thing about actors, there's one thing that really hasn't changed for most actors throughout all of time. What is that one thing?
We drink.
They're alcoholics. They're alcoholics. They also don't have a lot of money. That's a relatively very new thing in the history of humanity. There are some actors actually are wealthy. So they didn't have a lot of money or time to actually memorize their lines. Everywhere they spent on stage in the Globe Theater, well, they were worried about things like sword fights, dances, big choreography, so that they weren't running into each other, accidentally stabbing each other, you know, not looking like a bunch of idiots, not knowing how to dance, all that sort of thing. But by the time they were done rehearsing all of that, Well, the light was fading. They didn't have the funds. They couldn't just turn on the light. So what were they to do? Well, they just hopped across the street to the local pub. Woo! And they started actually running their lines at the bar. And so tonight, we are going to be those poor actors trying to stumble through a park we just got the lines for, and you are going to be the local pub patrons who would catcall and yell and get a free preview of whatever show they were doing.
Woo!
Yes, please do something around the pub. But what's going to happen here on this stage is, I can see you. You can see me. Our actors can see you. And you can see them, hopefully. Unless, they're all playing up here, which they like to do. And we're trying to get away from that. So, feel free to boo and hiss and participate. If you like somebody, let them know. Cheer for them. Go, hooray! Yay! We love you, Valentine. If they're being a dick, go boo! I'll try to be better. And any other thing, just remember, I can see you. You can see me. You can see me, I can see you. So can they. You can hear me, I can hear you. So, we love hearing from you, but we will also interact with you if you get a little bit out of line. Please do not test us on this. Please do not. Again, this show is already off the rails. And I would like to get home before 10. So, a couple other things that are going to happen today is we are going to have a drinking game. Yeah! Because they're going to be drinking, I'm going to be drinking, so we want you to be drinking as much as we do too, because somebody hit it right on the head. Actors are... Yes! We are! So, we don't like to drink alone, and so we're going to encourage you to drink as much as we do. How we're going to do that is, we're going to play a little drinking game today. Anytime you hear a dick joke, because Two Gentlemen of Verona is a Shakespearean comedy, and Shakespearean comedies are all about dick jokes. Anytime you hear a dick joke, please take a drink. What is a dick joke, you might ask? Well, it's a joke about someone's dick. How do I know if it's a dick joke, you may ask?
How do you know it's a dick joke?
Okay, I'm going to tell you. If you think it's a dick joke, it's a dick joke. Anytime anybody talks about their dick, that's a dick joke. Anytime somebody talks about their horse, that's a dick joke. Or their rapier, that's a dick joke. Or coming and going and dying and the like, it's all dick jokes, rods and such. Anything that makes you think that it might be a dick is definitely a dick and you should drink. Alright, so we all got the rules?
Yeah!
Cool. Well, actors, are you ready?
Yeah!
Photos.
Oh, yes. One last thing is feel free to, if any of you has a phone or any other kind of photo taking device, please leave that up and take as many pictures as you like. So long as you post it to our Instagram, which is Jeremy
At BoozyBard MKE.
at BoozyBardMKE, and Instagram that's so easy to remember I forget it every time. And then finally, the last thing, now that our casting director is no longer our casting director, doesn't have a job anymore, it officially becomes our agent, gathering us money. So if you feel like you saw more than a $10 show, or even a $5 show for those of you who dressed up, thanks very much for dressing up, go ahead and talk to our agent. He's going to be right at the bar by the water. Now, players, are we ready?
Yes!
Bar, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Then it is my humble pleasure to present to you Shakespeare Raw, Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Cease to persuade, my loved Proteus. Home-keeping youth had ever homely wit. Were not affection changed thy tender days, and sweet glances thy honored love? I rather would entreat thy company to see the wonders of the world abroad than live dully sluggardous at home, wear out thy youth with shapeless idleness. But since thou lovest, love still and thrive herein, even as I would when I to love begin.
Wilt thou be gone, sweet Valentine? Adieu. Think on thy Proteus, when thou haply seest some rare, noteworthy object in thy travel. Wish me partaker in thy happiness. When thou dost meet good hap, and in thy danger, if ever danger do environ thee, commend thy grievance to my holy prayers, for I will be thy beavis, Valentine.
To be in love where scorn is brought with groans. Coy looks with heart-sore sighs, one fading moment's mirth, with 20 watchful, weary, tedious nights. If happily won, perhaps a hapless gain. If lost, why then a grievous labor won. However, but a folly brought with wit, or else a wit by folly vanquished.
So by your circumstance, you call me fool?
So by your circumstance, I fear you'll prove.
'Tis love you cavil at. I am not loved.
Sweet Proteus, no! Now let us take our leave to Milan. Let me hear from thee by letters of thy success in love, and what news else be to it here in absence of thy friend, and likewise will visit thee with mine.
Oh, all happiness depends to thee in Milan.
As much to you at home, and so farewell.
He after honor hunts, I after love. He leaves his friends to dignify them more. I leave myself, my friends and all, for love. Thou, Julia, thou hath metamorphosed me, made me neglect my studies, lose my time, war with good counsel, set the world at naught, made wit with musing weak, hard sick with thought.
Sir Proteus, thank you. So is my master.
But now he parted hence to embark for Milan.
Once we won, and then he is shipped already. And I played the sheep in losing him.
Indeed, a sheep doth very often stray, and if the shepherd be a while away. But dost thou hear? Gavest thou my letter to Julia?
Oh, I, sir. I, a lost mutton, gave your letter to her, a laced mutton, and she, a laced mutton, gave me a lost mutton. Nothing for my labor.
Oh, well, come. Open matter of grief. What said she?
Oh, truly, sir, I think you'll hardly win her.
Why, couldst thou perceive so much from her? What said she? Nothing?
No, not so much as take this for thy pains. To testify your bounty, I thank you. You have testered me. In requital thereof, henceforth carry your letters yourself. And so, sir, I'll commend you to my master.
Go, be gone. To save the ship from wreck, which cannot perish having thee aboard, being destined to a drier death on shore.
I've already gone.
I must go send some better messenger. I fear my Julia would not deign my lines, receiving them from such a worthless host.
We're back.
Say, Lucetto, now that we are alone, wouldst thou then counsel me to fall in love?
Now, madam, if you, so you stumble not unheedfully.
Of all the fair resort of gentlemen that every day with parlor counsel me, in thy opinion, which is worthiest of love? What thinkest thou of the gentle Proteus?
Oh, Lord, to see what folly reigns in us.
How now? What means this passion that is named?
Oh, no, pardon, dear madam, 'tis a passing shame that I, unworthy as I am, should censure thus on a lovely gentleman.
Why not on Proteus? Your reason?
I have no other but a woman's reason. I think it so because I think it so.
And wouldst thou have me cast my love on him?
I, if you thought your love were not cast away.
Why, he of all the rest never have moved me.
Yet he, all of the rest, I think best loves ye.
I would know his mind.
Oh, peruse this paper, madam.
To Julia. Say from whom?
That the contents will show.
Say, who gave it thee?
Valentine's page, and sent, I think, from Proteus. He would have given it you, but I, being in the way, did in your name receive it. Pardon the fault, I pray.
What is it thou you pick up so gingerly?
Oh, nothing.
Why didst thou stoop then?
Oh, to take a paper that I let fall.
And is that paper nothing?
Nothing concerning me.
Then let it lie for those that concerns.
Madam, it will not lie where it concerns unless it have a false interpreter.
This devil shall not henceforth trouble me. Here's a coin with protestation. What? This is harder than it looks. Go get you gone, and let the papers lie. You would be fingering them to anger me.
Drink.
She thinks it's strange, but she would be best pleased to be so angered with another letter.
Nay, I'd still be angered with the same shame. And so calmly be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Equal hands tear such loving words. Curious flocks to feed on such sweet honey, and kill the bees that yielded to your sting. I'll keep each several papers for a bed. Oh, it's gonna take some time. Look here. It's written, kind Julia, unkind Julia, is in revenge for thy ingratitude. I throw my name against the bruising stone, trampling contemptuously on thy disdain. Lo, here in one line is his name twice written. Poor forlorn Proteus, usher Proteus to the sweet Julia. And I'll tear away. Keep my name in you. And yet I will not sit so prettily. He couples it to his complaining names. Thus will I fold one into another. Why did I make better decisions this way? Now kiss, contend, grace, do what you will.
But tell me, does thou know my lady Silvia?
Oh, she that you gaze on so as she sits at supper?
Hast thou observed that? She.
You never saw her since she was deformed.
Wait, how long have she been deformed?
Ever since you loved her.
I have loved her since I saw her, and I still see her beautiful.
If you love her, you cannot see her.
Why?
Because love is blind. The cliche written in old times. Oh, that you had mine eyes, or your own eyes had the lights they were wont to have when you chided Sir Proteus for going ungartered.
Okay, be like boy, then. You are in love. For last morning you could not see to wipe my shoes.
True, sir, I was in love with my bad heart. And I thank you, you screamed me for my love, which makes me the bolder to chide yours.
Last night she enjoined me to write some lines to one she loves.
Ooh, and have you?
I have.
Are they not lamely writ?
No, boy, but as well as I can do them.
Sure.
Here she comes. Madam and mistress, 1,000 good morrows.
So Valentine and Serpent, you 2000.
As you enjoyed me, I have writ your letter unto the secret nameless friend of yours, which I was unwilling to proceed in, but for your duty to your ladyship.
I thank you, gentle servant. It is very clerkly done.
Oh, now trust me, madam, it came hardly off. For being ignorant to whom it goes, I writ at random, very doubtfully.
Yes. Yes, the lines are very quaintly writ. But since unwittingly, take them again. Take them.
Madam, they are for you.
Aye, so you writ them at my request, but I would have none of them. They are for you. I would have had them writ more moving.
But when it please you, I'll write your ladyship another.
And when it's writ, for my sake read it over. And if it please you so, if not, why so?
If it pleases me, madam, what then?
Why,
Drink.
if it pleases you, take it for your labor. And so good morrow, servant.
Just unseen, inscrutable, invisible, as a nose on a man's face or a weathercock on a steeple. Drink, why not? My master sues to her, and she has taught her suitor, he being her pupil, to become her tutor. Oh, excellent device, if there was ever a better that my master, being scribe, to himself should write the letter.
How now, sir? What are you reasoning with yourself?
Nay, I was rhyming. 'Tis you that have the reason.
To do what?
To be a spokesman for Madame Silvia.
To whom?
To yourself. Why, she woos you by a figure.
What figure?
By a letter, I should say.
What? She hath not right to me.
Oh, she's you did. What means she when she hath made you write to yourself? Why, do you not perceive the jest?
No, believe me.
Believing you indeed, sir. But did you perceive her earnest?
No, she gave me none except an angry word.
Why, she hath given you a letter. Letter.
That's the letter I writ to her friend.
Her friend.
That letter she hath delivered, and there an end.
I would it were no worse.
She likes you, too.
Have patience, Julia.
I must. Where is no remedy.
When possibly I can, I will return.
If you turn not, you will return the sooner. Keep this remembrance for thy Julia's sake. It's really massive.
It's giant. Why, then, we'll make an exchange. Here, you take this.
This is so dinky. Oh, thank you. And seal the bargain with the holy kiss.
Here's my hand. Full of true constancy. And when that hour overslips me in the day, wherein I sigh not, Julia, for thy sake. The next ensuing hours some foul mischance torment me for my love's forgetfulness. My father stays my coming. Answer not. The tide is now. Nay, not the tide of tears. That tide will stay me longer than I should. Julia, farewell. Oh, what, gone without a word? So true love should do. It cannot speak. For truth hath better deeds than words to grace it. this parting strikes poor lovers dumb.
Servant, you are sad.
Indeed, madam, I seem so.
Seem you that you are not.
Happily I do.
So do counterfeits.
So do you.
What seem I that I am not?
Why?
How?
What angry, Sir Thurio? Do you change color?
Give him leave, madam. He is a kind of chameleon.
That hath more mind to feed on your blood than live in your air.
A fine volley of words, gentlemen, and quickly shut off.
'Tis indeed, madam. We thank the giver.
Who is that, servant?
Yourself, sweet lady, for you gave the fire. Sir Thurio buries his wit from your ladyship's looks, and spends what he borrows kindly in your company.
Sir, if you spend word for word with me, I shall make you bankrupt.
Yeah, I know it well, sir. You have an exchequer of words, and I think no other treasure to give your followers, for it appears that by bare liveries that they live by your bare words.
No more, gentlemen, no more. Here comes my father.
Now, are you playing games with him? Who done us over? You are hardly set. Sir Valentine, your father's in good health. What say you to a letter from your friends of much good news?
My lord, I will be thankful to any happy messenger for a text.
Not that messenger. But know ye Don Antonio, your countryman?
Aye, my good lord, I know the gentleman to be of worth and worthy estimation.
Hath he not a son?
Aye, my good lord, a son that well deserves the honor and regard of such a father.
You know him well.
I know him as myself. And for from our infancy we have conversed and spent our hours together, and through myself we have been in idle trance, yet hath Sir Proteus, for that's his name, made use and fair advantage of his days. His years but young, but his experience old. He heard unmellowed, but his judgment right. He is complete in feature and in mind, with all good grace to grace a gentleman.
Well, sir, this gentleman has come to me with commendation from great potentates, and here he means to spend his time a while. I think 'tis no unwelcome news for you.
Should I have wished to think, if he had been?
Welcome him then according to his worth. Silvia, darling, I need to speak with you, and you, Sir Thurio, as well. For Valentine, I need not cite him to it. I will send him hither to you presently.
This is the gentleman I told your ladyship had come along with me, but that his mistress did hold his eyes locked in her crystal looks.
Belike that now she has enfranchised them upon some other pawn for fealty.
Sure, I think she holds them prisoner still.
Nay, then he should be blind, and being blind, how could he see his way to seek you out?
Why, lady, love hath 20 pairs of eyes.
No. They say that love hath not an eye at all, dude.
To see such lovers, Thurio, as yourself upon a homely object love can win.
Have done. Here comes the gentleman.
Welcome, dear Proteus! Mistress, I beseech you. Sweet lady, entertain him for your service.
My duty will I boast of, nothing else.
And duty never yet did want his need. Servant, you are welcome to a worthless mistress.
How kind him that says so but yourself.
But you are welcome.
Well, that you are worthless.
Madam. My lord, your father would like to speak with you.
I wait upon his pleasure. Come, Sir Thurio, go with me. Once more, new servant. Welcome. I'll leave you in the conferred home affairs. When you have done, we will look to hear from you.
We'll both
Now tell me, how do all from whence you came.
Well, I've left them all in health.
How does your lady? And how thrives your love?
My tales of love are wont to weary you. I know you join not in love's discourse.
Aye, Proteus, but that life is altered now. I have done penance for condemning love, whose high imperious thoughts have punished me with bitter fasts and potential groans, with nightly tears and daily heart sore sighs. Oh, gentle Proteus, love's a mighty lord, and hath so humbled me. As I confess, there is no woe to his correction, nor to his service no such joy unto.
Enough. I read your fortune in your eye. Was this the idol you worship so?
Even she, and she is not a heavenly saint.
No, but she is an earthly paragon.
Call her divine.
I will not flatter.
Oh, well, flatter me, for love delights in praises.
So when I was sick, you gave me bitter pills, and I must minister the like to you.
Then speak the truth by her, if not divine, yet let her be principality sovereign to all the creatures on earth.
Except my mistress.
Sweet, except not any, except thou wilt accept against my love.
Have I not reason to prefer mine own?
And I will help thee prefer her too. She shall be dignified with this high honor, to bear my lady's train, lest the base earth should from her vesture chance steal a kiss, and of so great a favor, growing proud, disdain to root the summer swelling flower, and make rough winter everlasting.
Drink. Valentine, what braggadism is this?
Pardon me, Proteus. All I can is nothing to her whose word makes other worthies nothing. She is alone.
Then let her alone.
Not for the world. Why, man, she is my own, and as I am rich, if having such a jewel as 20 seas, if all their sand were pearl, the water nectar, and the rocks pure gold, forgive me that I do not dream on thee, because thou seest me dote upon my love, my foolish rival, that her father likes. Only for the possessions are so huge, it is gone with her long, and I must after, for love thou knowest is full of jealousy.
But she loves you.
Aye, and we are betrothed, nay, more, our marriage hour. And with all the cunning matter of the flight, determined of how I must climb her window, the ladder made of cords, and all the means plotted and breathed on for my happiness. Good Proteus, go with me to my chamber in these affairs, and aid me with thy counsel.
Well, go on before. I shall inquire you forth. I must on to the road to disembark some necessaries that I needs must use, and then I'll presently attend you.
Will you make haste?
I will. Even as one heat, another heat expels. Or as one nail by strength drives out another drink. So the remembrance of my former love is by a newer object quite forgotten. It is mine, or Valentine's praise, her true perfection, or my false transgression, that makes me reasonless to reason thus. She is fair, and so is Julia that I love, that I did love. For now my love is thawed, which like a waxed image against the fire, bears no impression to the thing it was. 'Tis but her picture I have yet beheld, and that hath dazzled my reason's light. But when I look upon her perfections, there is no reason but I shall be blind. If I can check my erring love, I will. If not, compass her, I'll use my skill.
Counsel Lucetto, gentle Jerod, assist me. And even in kind love I do conjure thee, who art the table, wherein all my thoughts are visibly charactered and engraved, to lesson me and tell me some good mean. Now, with my honor, I may undertake a journey to my loving.
Better forbear till Proteus make return.
Oh, knowest thou not his looks are my soul's food? Pity the dirt that I have pined in, my longing for that food so long. It's the 21st century, get over it. Dost thou know, but know the inly touch of love that wouldst as soon go kindle fire with snow as seek to quench the fire of love with words?
I do not seek to...
Words.
I do not seek... I do not seek to quench your love's hot fire, but quality the fire's extreme rage, lest it should burn above the bounds of reason.
The more thou damnest up, the more it burns.
Girl.
Gentle murmur glides. Thou knowest, being stopped, impatiently dost rave. I'm saying you're menopausal. Thou knowest, but when his fair course is not hindered, he makes sweet music with the enameled stones. Drink. And so by many winding nooks he strays, with willing sport to the wild ocean. Then let me go and hinder not my course. I'll be as patient as a gentle stream, and make a pastime of each very step till the last step have brought me to my love. I really like him.
But in what habit will you go along?
Not like a woman. I would prevent the loose encounters of lascivious men. Fit me with such weeds as may beseem some well-reputed pig.
What fashion, madam, shall I make your breeches?
That fits as well as,
Tell me, good my lord, what compass will you wear your farthing there?
but even what's fashion thou like best?
You must needs have them with a codpiece, madam.
That would be your favorite.
Around the hose, madam. Now's not worth a pin unless you make a codpiece. Just stick pins on.
As thou lovest me, let me have what thou thinkest meet and is most mannerly. But tell me, wench, how will the world repute me for undertaking so instead of journey? We're serious here now. I fear me, it would make me scandalized.
If you think so, then stay at home and go not.
Nay, that I will not.
Then never dream on infamy, but go. If Proteus like your journey when you come, no matter no matter who's displeased when you are gone, I fear he'll be scarcely pleased withal.
That is the least, Lucetto, of my fear. 1,000 oaths, an ocean of his tears, and instances of infinite love warrant me welcome to my Proteus.
All these are servants to deceitful men.
Base men that use them to so base effect, but truer stars do not govern Proteus's birth. His words are bonds, his oaths are oracles, his love sincere, his thoughts immaculate, his tear pure messengers sent from his heart as far from fraud as heaven from earth.
Well, pray heaven he prove so when you come to him.
Drink.
Now as thou lovest me, do him not that wrong, to bear a hard opinion of his truth. Only deserve my love by loving him. And presently go with me to my chamber to take note of what I stand in need of to furnish me upon my longing journey. Bitch. Furnish me upon my longing journey, all that is mine. My goods, my lands, my reputation. Only in lieu thereof dispatch me hence, come enter not the Jews or presently upon me.
I don't even know why we have the rest of the show, because everything's just going to work out. your glass, because that last thing was all dick jokes. So we're going to take a quick intermission right now for y'all to go to the bar, freshen up, go to the restroom, freshen up, and then we'll be back in just a little bit. There we go. So without much further ado, here is Brian's song, not the book.
Alright, good. I forgot my sheet music, which is big and easy to read, so I'm reading out this. So I may have to scroll at several points. Just talk amongst yourselves. Alright. Oop. Ooh, here's a story of friendship and love. Stars with best friends, two of a kind. Verona's Valentine is going up. And his friend is gonna stay behind. That's Proteus, Valentine's up to Milan. But a non, Proteus follows along. He picks his mom and dad. Bye, 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 woo! Bye, Verona. He's gonna fly from Verona. Comes to tights from Verona. Oh, but Julia's not down. When she leaves town, oh, so she makes up her mind to go off. She'll dress up just like a man named Sebastian. Goes to visit Milan in disguise unknown. Meanwhile, Valentine's in love with Silvia. Giving her a sweetness of fine wine and roses. But that's your Proteus. He's just jealous. Says I'm gonna make her all mine. And so he's a go and snitch. Son of a bitch. He's a gonna let his friend and get him sent off in exile. Valentine's a loner. Sent out to the forest. Time to change up the chorus. Now Proteus is moving in. He's trying his very best to win Silvia. He's over Julia. But Silvia is not into him. He tells his friend Sebastian, oh hell no, I'm not dating that too. And so from Milan, she ran so far away to find her man, to travel night and day. She's gonna find a way back to this. Meanwhile in the wilderness, in the grass, since recently banished Valentine, the lord of all the bandits in the woods, like Robin Hood, tells them all to keep out at night. For Silvia, who's for Trojan's finds it first, sees the worst. Silvia climbs up her hill with a yell. She says, oh why, woo! Why, Proteus? Why do you start to trick us? There's just one more person. Scrolling. Things are looking really bad. Cause that cat, Proteus, is on the verge of crime and violence. Those suddenly appear. Valentine's here. Ready to crack open a glass vial of whoop-ass. But Proteus doesn't press. It's for the nuts. Valentine just lets it go. Just needs to show you can get away with anything if you're with straight males, cisgender and white. Gentlemen of Verona. Valentine, time, woo!
Well, so that's what you can see on Monday, but what you can see right now is the thrilling and hilarious conclusion of Shakespeare's Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Oh, no. Tell me, brothers. What's your will with me?
My gracious lord, that which I would discover the law of friendship bids me conceal. But when I call to mind your gracious favors done to me, undeserving as I am, my duty prints me on to utter that which else no worldly good should draw from me. No, worthy prince, Sir Valentine, my friend, this night intends to steal away your daughter. Myself, yes, and one made privy to the plot. I know you have determined to bestow her upon Thurio, whom your gentle daughter hates. And should she thus be stolen away from you, it would be much vexation to your age. Thus, for my duty's sake, I rather chose to cross my friend in his intended drift, than by concealing it, heap on your head a pack of sorrows which would press you down, being unprevented in your tireless quest.
Proteus, I thank thee for thine honest care, which to requite command me while I live. This love of theirs myself have often seen. Haply, when they have judged me fast asleep, I gave him gentle looks, thereby to find that which thyself hast now disclosed to me, and that thou mayest perceive my fear and hatred of this, knowing that tender youth is soon suggested, I nightly lodge her in an upper tower, the key whereof myself have ever kept, and thence she cannot be conveyed away.
No, noble lord. They have devised a mean how he, her chamber window, will ascend, and with a corded ladder fetch her down. If it please you, you may intercept him, but good my lord, do it so cunningly, that my discovery be not aimed at, for love of you, not hate unto my friend, hath made me publisher of this pretense.
Upon my honor, he shall never know that I have any light from thee on this.
Will it do, my lord? Sir Valentine is coming.
Sir Valentine, get there away so fast.
Please, at your grace, there is a messenger that stays to bear my letters to my friends, and I'm just going down to deliver them.
Nay, stay with me a while. I am to break with thee of some affairs that touch me near, wherein thou must be secret. 'Tis not unknown to me that I have sought to match my friend Sir Thurio to my daughter.
I know it well, my lord, and sure, the match were rich and honorable. Besides, the gentleman is full of virtue, bounty, worth, and qualities beseeming such a wife as your fair daughter. Cannot your grace win her to fancy him?
No. She's crazy, trust me. She's peevish, she's sullen, she's froward. Proud, disobedient, stubborn, lacking duty. Neither regarding that she is my child, nor fearing me as if I were her father. And may I say to thee, this pride of hers, upon advice, hath drawn my love from her. I am now full resolved to take a wife and turn her out to who will take her in. Let her beauty be her wedding tower, for me and my possessions she seems not.
What would your grace have me do in this?
Glad you asked. There's a lady in Verona here whom I affect, but she is nice and coy and not esteems my ancient eloquence. Now therefore would I have thee to my tutor, for long agone have I forgotten to court. Besides, the fashion of the time has changed. How and which way I may bestow myself to be regarded in her sun bright, aye.
Well, I mean, win her with gifts if she's respected not words. Dumb jewels often in their silent kind, more than quick words do move a woman's mind. Take no repulse, whether she doth say, forget you gone. She does not mean away. Flatter and praise, commend, extol their graces. That man hath a tongue, I say, is no man if with his tongue he cannot win a woman.
But she is promised by her friends unto a youthful gentleman of worth, and kept severely from resorted men, that no man hath access by day to her.
Well, why then I would resort to her by night.
Aye, but the doors are locked and the keys are kept safe, that no man hath recourse to her by night.
What lets by one may enter at her window?
Her chamber is aloft, far from the ground, and built so shelving that one cannot climb it without clear hazard of his life. I'm old, remember?
Why then a ladder made of cords to cast up with a pair of anchoring hooks would serve to scale another hero's tower. I mean, so bold Leander would adventure it.
Now, as thou art the gentleman of blood, advise me where I may have such a ladder. Do I have a ladder quarter in my city?
When would you use it? Pray, sir, tell me that.
This very night. Now. For love is like a child that longs for everything that he can come by.
Well, at 7 o'clock. I'll get you such a ladder.
7 o'clock.
You want a ladder? I'll get you a ladder.
But hark thee, I will go to her alone. How shall I best convey the ladder thither?
It still will be light, my lord, and you may bear it under, I don't know, a cloak of any length.
A cloak is as long as thine?
I, my lord.
This is a very nice cloak. let me see that cloak. I'll get me another one of such length.
Yeah, why any cloak will serve the turn, my lord.
Come on. I need to see this cloak. I need to see this. What's this? What? How shall I fashion you? Where's it go? What letter is this saying? What's here? To Silvia! Let's have a look at this.
Damn, man.
See here, my thoughts do harbor with my Silvia nightly, and slaves they are to me that send them flying. Great. Let's have a look at this. Oh, could their master come and go as lightly? Himself would lodge where senseless they are lying. It's here. My herald thoughts in thy pure bosom restless. What's this line here? Silvia, this night I will enfranchise thee. Look thou, ye stars, because they shine on thee. Go, base intruder, overweening slave. Bestow thy fawning smiles on equal mates, and think my privilege, more than thy desert, is privilege for thy departure hence. By heaven, my wrath shall far exceed the love I ever bore my daughter or thyself. Be gone! I will not hear thy vain excuse, but as thou lovest my life, thy life, make speed from hence. Get out!
And why not death rather than a living torment? To die is to be banished from myself. Silvia is myself. Banished from her is self from self, a deadly banishment. What joy is joy, Silvia be not by. She is by essence, and I lead to be. If I not be her influence, fostered, illumined, cherished, kept alive, I fly not to death, to fly is deadly doom. Tarry I here, but I intend on death. But fly I hence, fly away from life.
Sirrah, I say, forbear. Friend Valentine, a word.
My ears are stopped and cannot hear good news. So much of bad already has possessed them.
Then in dumb silence will I bury mine, for they are harsh, untunable, and bad.
Is Silvia dead?
No, Valentine.
No Valentine indeed. Forsaken Silvia. Has she forsworn me?
No, Valentine.
Oh, no Valentine, if Silvia has forsworn me. What is your news?
Well, that thou art banished. Oh, that's the news. From hence, from Silvia, and from me, thy friend.
Oh, I have fed upon this woe already. And now excess of it will may be surefire. Does Silvia know that I am banished?
Aye. And she hath offered to the doom, which unreversed stands in effectual force, a sea of melting pearls, which some call tears. Those at her father's cherished feet she tendered, with them upon her knees, her some humble self, wringing her hands, whose whiteness so became them, as if but now they waxed pale, full low. But neither bended knees, pure hands held up, sad sighs, deep groans, nor ever silver-shedding tears could penetrate her uncompassionate sire. But Valentine, if he be ta'en, must die. Besides, her intercession chafed him so, when she for thy repeal was suppliant, that to close prison he commanded her, with many bitter threats of biding there.
No more, unless the next word that thou speakest have some malignant power upon my life. If so, I pray thee, breathe it in mine ear as I ending anthem of my endless dower.
Will cease to lament, for that thou canst not hope. And study help for that which thou lamentest. Come, I'll convey thee through the city gate, and in air part with thee, confer at large of all that may concern thy love affairs. As thou lovest Silvia, though not for thyself, regard thy danger, and along with me.
Oh, my dear Silvia, hapless Valentine.
So Thurio, fear not, but that she will love you, now that Valentine is banished from her sight.
Since his exile, she hath despised me most, forsworn my company, and railed at me. That I am desperate to obtain her. You know what I'm trying to say? Shoot.
This weak impressive love is as a figure trenched in ice, with an hour's heat dissolves the water and doth lose its form. A little time will melt the frozen thoughts, and worthless Valentine should be forgotten. How now so Proteus? Is your countryman according to our proclamation gone?
Gone, my good lord.
Good. My daughter takes this going grievously.
A little time, my lord, will kill that breed.
Well, so I believe, but Thurio thinks not so.
Yeah.
Thou knowest how willingly I would effect the match between Sir Thurio and my daughter.
Why do, my lord?
What might we do to make the girl forget the love of Valentine and love Sir Thurio?
Clearly.
The best way is to slander Valentine with falsehood, cowardice, and poor descent.
Yes!
3 things that women highly hold in hate.
Aye, I like it, but she'll think that it's spoken in hate.
Well, if his enemy deliberate, therefore it must with circumstance be spoken by one whom he esteemeth as his friend.
Aha!
Well then, friend, you must undertake to slander him.
Oh,
Yeah!
and that, my lord, I shall loathe to do. 'Tis an ill office for a gentleman, especially against his very friend.
Where your good word cannot advantage him, your slander can never endanger him. Therefore the office is indifferent, being treated to it by your friend.
Well, you have prevailed, and, my lord, if I can do it, my Valentine can speak in his dispraise, she shall not long continue to love him.
Exactly. So, as you unwind her love from him, lest it should ravel and be good to none, you must provide to bottom it on me.
Drink.
Which must be done by praising me as much as you in worth dispraise Sir Valentine.
And Proteus, we dare trust you in this kind because we know on Valentine's report you are already love's firm votary. You got it, girl. And you cannot soon revolt and change your mind. And for your friend's sake, she will be glad of it. Where you may temper her by your persuasion to hate young Valentine and love my friend.
As much as I can do, I will effect. But you, Sir Thurio, are not sharp enough. You must lay You must lay lime to tangle her desires by wailful sonnets, whose composed rhyme should be full fraught with serviceable vowels.
Much is the force of heaven-bred poesy.
Say that upon the altar of her beauty you sacrifice your tears, your sighs, your heart, right till your ink be dry, and with your tears moist it again. And frame some feeling line that may discover such integrity, for Orpheus's lute was strung with poet's sinews, whose golden touch could soften steel and stone. Make tigers tame, and huge leviathans forsake unsounded deeps to dance on sands. This, or nothing else, will inherit her.
This discipline shows thou hast been true in love.
And thy advice this night I'll put in practice. I have a sonnet that will serve the turn. To give the answer to thy good advice.
Let's be about it, gentlemen.
I'm in.
Fellow, stand fast. I'll see a passenger.
Banishment sucks.
It's not so bad.
Ah.
Stand, sir, and show us that you have about it. If not, we'll make you a and rifle you!
Yeah.
So we are upon. These are the villains that all the travelers do fear so much.
He's rich.
Wait, my friends.
That's not so, sir. We are your enemies. Come on, move in this thing. We are your enemies.
Peace. Where is a proper man?
Then know that I have very little well to lose. I am a man. I am crossed with adversity. My riches are these poor habiliments of which you should fear disfurbish me. I mean, you take the sum and substance that I have
Whence came you?
from Milan.
Have you long sojourned there?
Some 16 months and longer might have stayed. If crooked fortune had not thwarted me,
What, you vanished there?
I was.
What offense?
For that which now torments me to rehearse. I killed a man.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay, he was dead. I much repent. But yet I slew him. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without false vantage or base treachery. Yes. Very tough.
Why, never pity if it were done so. But were you punished for so small a fault?
I was. and help me be glad. Yeah. I'm such a dude. Such a dude.
By the bear scalp of Robin Hood's butt briar. This fella would keep our whole wild faction.
11.
Master,
one of them. It's an honorable kind of thievery, and they're clearly very stupid.
Peace, villain.
Now then, that some of us are gentlemen, such
Sure.
as the fury of ongoing you, crossed from the company of actual men. Myself was from Verona, company bud, banished for practicing to steal away a lady and heir and be allied unto the Duke.
And I from Mantua, for a gentleman who I'm in the mood, is stabbed in the heart.
Just like we did.
Such in a purposely sight of laws, that they may hold excuse our lawless lives, and partly seeing you are beautified, with goodly shape, and by your own report, a linguist and man of such perfection, as we do in our learning much more.
Indeed, because you are a banished man. Therefore, above the rest we parlay to you. Are you content to be our general?
I
To make a virtue to make a virtue of necessity and live as we do in this wilderness. What sayest thou? Wilt thou be our consort? Say I, and be the captain of us all. Wilt do the homage and be ruled by thee, love thee as our commander and our king.
But if that's gone on courtesy, thou diest.
And thou shalt not live to brag what we have all paid.
Go for it.
You should probably do that.
I take your offer and I'll live with you, provided that you do no outrages on silly women or poor passengers.
Silly. What? No. What is this, Game of Thrones? Oh no. We detest vile-based practices. Come, go with us. We'll bring thee to our cruise and show thee all the treasures we have got, which with ourselves, all the rest at thy dispose.
Sweet. Sounds like there's going to be a cruise. Fun. I'm definitely coming.
Are you crept before us?
Aye, gentle Thurio, for you know that love will creep in service where it cannot go.
Aye, but I hope, sir, that you love not here.
Sir, but I do, or else I would not be hence.
Who, Silvia?
Aye, Silvia, for your sake. Sir Thurio, fear not. I will so plead that you shall say my cunning drift excels.
Where meet we?
At St. Gregory's Well.
Farewell. Still, wait.
Madam. Madam?
There's a bit of a quick change.
Oh, madam. Good evening to your ladyship.
Who is it that's fake?
Well, one lady, if you knew this pure heart's truth, you would quickly learn to know him by his voice.
Sir Proteus, as I take it.
Sir Proteus, gentle lady, and your servant,
What is your will?
that I may compass yours.
You have more will. My will is even to this, that presently you hie you home to bed, thou subtle, perjured, false, disloyal man. Thinkest thou that I am so shallow, so conceitless, to be seduced by thy flattery? That hast deceived with so many vows? Return and make thy love amends. For me, by this pale queen of night, I swear that I am so far from granting thy request that I despise thee for thy wrongful suit. And by I intend to chide myself even for this time that I spent talking to thee.
Go on, kid.
I grant, sweet love, that I did love a lady, but she is dead.
Say that she be, yet my Valentine, thy friend, survives, to whom thyself art witness I am betrothed. And art thou not ashamed to wrong him with thy importunacy?
Well, I likewise see that Valentine's dead.
Oh, hell no.
And so suppose am I, for in his grave assure thyself my love is buried.
Sweet lady, let me rake it from the earth.
Go to thy lady's grave and call hers hence, or at the least in her sepulchre thine, and so good rest.
As wretches have overnight, that wait for execution in the morning.
You son of a bitch!
Not so. Not so. But it hath been the longest night that ever I watched. And most him. Very good, very good.
So, Sebastian is thy name? I like thee well, and will employ thee in some service presently.
Drink.
And will you please? I'll do what I can.
I hope thou wilt. Sebastian, I've entertained thee, partly that I have need of such a youth that can with some discretion do my business. Go presently, and take this ring with thee. Deliver it to Madam Silvia. She loves me well. Deliver it to me.
It seems you love not her to leave her token. She is dead, belike?
Not so. I think she lives.
Alas.
Oh. Oh, why dost thou choke, alas?
I cannot choose but pity her.
Wherefore shouldst thou pity her?
Because methinks that she loved you as well as you doth love your lady Silvia. She dreams of him, but has forgot her love. You dote on her that cares not for your love. 'Tis pity love should be so contrary, and thinking of it makes me cry, alas.
Well, you know, give her that ring, and therewithal this letter.
Oh.
That's her chamber. Your message done. I home unto my chamber, where thou shalt find me, sad and solitary.
How many women would do such a message? Alas. Oh, Proteus, thou hast entertained a fox to be the shepherd of thy lambs. Alas, poor fucking idiot. Why do I pity him, that with this very heart despiseth me? Because he loved her, he despiseth me. Because I love him, I must pity him. This ring he gave me when he parted from me to bind him to remember my good will, and now am I unhappy messenger to plead for that which I would not obtain. Yet will I woo him, but yet so coldly, as heaven knows, I would not have him speak.
Gentlewoman, good day.
I pray you, be my mean, to bring me where to speak with Madame Silvia.
What would you do with her, that I be she?
If you wish, I do entreat your patience to hear me speak the message I am sent on.
From whom?
For my master, Sir Proteus. Madam, please you pursue this.
There, hold! I will not look upon your master's lines. I know they are stuffed with protestations, full of newfound oaths, which he will break as easily as I do tear his paper.
Madam, he sends your ladyship this ring.
The more shame for him that he sends it me, for I have heard him say 1,000 times that Julia gave it to him at his departure. Though his false finger profaned the ring, mine shall not do his Julia so much wrong.
She thanks you.
What sayest thou?
I thank you, madam, that you tender her. Poor gentlewoman, my master wrongs her much.
Dost thou know?
Almost as well as I do know myself. I think upon her woes, I do protest that I have wept 100 several times.
Belike she thinks that Proteus has forsook her.
I think she doth, and that's her cause of sorrow.
Is she not passing fair?
She has been fairer, madam, than she is. When she did think my master loves her well, she, in my judgment, was as fair as you. But since she did neglect her looking glass, the hair has starved the roses in her cheeks and pinched the lily tincture of her face.
She is beholding to thee, gentle youth. Alas, poor lady, desolate and left. I weep myself to think upon my words. Here, youth, there is my purse. I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake, because thou lovest her. Farewell.
She's cool. I got a bit of butt though. And she shall thank you for it if ever you know her. She's a virtuous gentlewoman, mild, beautiful. Her master's suit will be but cold since she respects my mistress' love so much. Alas, how can love be trifle with itself? What should it be that he respects in her that I can make respect in myself, if this fond love were not a blinded god?
Sir Proteus, what says Silvia to my suit?
Oh, sir, I find her milder than she was, and yet she takes exceptions to your person.
What? Is my leg too long?
That it is too little.
I mean, I'll wear a boot to make it seem somewhat rounder.
Drink! Love will not be spurred to what, love?
How likes she my disclosure?
Ill when you speak of war.
Well, when I disclose of love and peace.
A better win when you hold your peace.
What says she to my valor?
Oh, sir, she makes no doubt of that.
She needs not when she leaves coward.
Okay, but this one I got. What says she to my birth?
That you are well derived.
Duh.
From a gentleman to a fool.
But she considers my possession
pities them.
Wherefore?
That's such an ass when I was them.
That they're out by lease.
No. Here comes the dick. I mean, Duke.
How now, Sir Proteus? How now, Sir Thurio? Which of you saw my daughter late?
Not I.
Nor I.
Why then, she's fled unto that peasant Valentine. 'Tis true, for Friar Lawrence met them both, as he in penance wandered through the forest. Him he knew well and guessed that it was she. But being masked, he was not sure of it. Besides, she did intend confession of Patrick's cell this even, and there she was not. These likelihoods confirm her flight from hence. Therefore, I pray you stand not to discourse, but mount you presently and meet with me upon the rising of the mountain foot that leads towards Mantua, whither they are fled. Dispatch, sweet gentlemen, and follow me.
Why? This is to be a peevish girl that flies her fortune whenever it follows her. Slut. I'll have to more to be revenged on Sir Valentine than for the love of reckless Silvia.
Okay. And I will follow more for Silvia's love than hate of Valentine that goes with her.
Sure.
I am Swanson. I will follow, forge across that love, that hate for Silvia that is gone.
How used doth breed and a habit in a man, the shadowy desert and frequented woods. I'd rather brook than flourish peopled towns. But here I can sit alone, unseen of any and to the nightingale's complaining notes, tune my distresses and record my woes. Oh, that thou'st inhabit in my breast. Leave not the mansion so long tenantless, lest growing ruinous the building fall, leave no memory of what it was. Repair me with thy presence, Silvia, thou gentle nymph, cherish thy forlorn swain. What hallowing and what stirs in this today? These are my mates that make their wills their law, have some unhappy passenger and chase. They love me well, yet I have much to do to keep them from uncivil outrages. Withdraw thee, Valentine, who this comes here?
Madam, the service which I have done for you, though you respect not aught your servant doth, to hazard life and rescue you from him that would have forced your honor and your love, vouchsafe me. For my need, by one fair look, a smaller boon than this I cannot beg, and less than this, I'm sure, you cannot give.
How like a dream is this I see and hear? Love, lend me patience to forbear a while.
Miserable, unhappy that I am.
Unhappy were you, madam, ere I came. But my coming, I have made you happy.
By that approach that makes me most unhappy.
And me, when he approaches your throat.
Had I been seized by a hungry lion, I would have rather been breakfast to the beast rather than have false Proteus rescue me. Oh, heaven be judge how I love Valentine, whose life's as tender to me as my soul, and as full as much for me there cannot be. I do detest false, perjured Proteus. Therefore be gone, solicit me no more.
Well, what dangerous action stood it next to death would I not undergo for one calm look? Oh, 'tis the curse in love, and still approved when women cannot love when they are beloved.
Thou common friend, that's without faith or love, for such is a friend now, treacherous man!
Kick his ass, master.
Thou hast beguiled my hopes, not what mine eye could have persuaded me. How dare say not, I have one friend alive, thou wouldst disprove me, to should be trusted when one's own right hand is perjured to the bosom. Proteus, I am sorry, I must never trust thee more, but count the word a stranger for thy sake. The private wound is deepest. O time most accursed amongst all foes that a friend should be the worst.
Pretty heavy, man. My shame and guilt confounds me. Forgive me, Valentine. If hearty sorrow be a sufficient ransom for offense, I tender it here. I do as truly suffer as ever I did commit.
Then I am paid. And once again, I do receive the honest. Bro.
Misogyny. Oh, good sir. My master charged me to deliver a ring to Madame Silvia, which I don't neglect was
Where's that ring, boy?
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Now, let me see. Why, this is the ring I gave to Julia.
Oh, how you mercy, sir. I mistook. No, this is the ring to give to Julia.
Oh.
You'll get a bit, yes.
But how camest thou? Forsooth. But how camest thou by this ring? And by the part I gave this one to Julia. Let me see that. Thank you.
And Julia herself had given it to me, and Julia herself hath brought it in. All that he owes, and to detain him deeply in her heart. How oft hast thou with perjury cleft the root, O Proteus? Let this habit make me blush, make thee blush. Be thou ashamed that I took upon thee such an immodest raiment, if shame live in the disguise of love. It is a lesser blot modesty finds, women to change the shape than men their minds.
Their minds. 'Tis true. Oh, heaven, were man but constant, you were perfect. That one error fills him with faults, makes him run through all the sins. Inconstancy falls off ere it begins. What is in Silvia's face that I may spy? More fresh in Julia's, with a constant eye.
Come. A hand from either. Let me be blessed to make this happy close. 'Twere pity two such friends should be long foes.
Bear witness, heaven, I have made my wish forever.
Don't do it.
The 1500s, this is normal.
I say, it is my lord the Duke. Your grace is welcome to a man disgraced, banished Valentine.
Sir Valentine.
Yonder, Silvia. Silvia's mine.
Shut up, Thurio.
Thurio, give back, or else embrace thy death. Come now with the measure of my wrath. Do not name Silvia thine. If once again Verona shall not hold thee, here she stands. Take but possession of her with a touch. I dare thee, but to breathe upon my love. Come on.
Hey, Sir Valentine. I mean, I care not for her. I hold him but a fool that will endanger his body for a girl that loves him not. She's just gonna, I claim her not, and therefore she is mine.
More degenerate and base art thou, to make such means for her as thou hast done, and leave her on such slight conditions? Now, but by the honor of my ancestry, I do applaud thy spirit, Valentine. and think this one of the evidence is wrong. Know then, I here forget all former griefs, cancel all grudges, repeal thee home again, and plead a new state in thy unraveled merit, to which I thus subscribe, Sir Valentine. Thou art the gentleman and well derived, take thou thy Silvia, for thou hast deserved her.
I thank your graces, the gift hath made me happy. I now beseech you for your daughter's sake to grant one boon that I shall ask of you.
I grant it, for thine own, whatever it may be.
These banished men that I have kept with all are men endured of worldly qualities. Forgive them for what they have committed here, and let them be recalled from their exile. They're reformed, civil, full of good, and fit for great employment, worthy Lord. This guy stabbed a guy, but he won't do it again.
You told me you were cosplaying. You know what, sure, thou hast prevailed, I pardon them and thee. Dispose of them as thou knowest their deserts. Come, let us go. We shall include all jars with triumphs, mirth, and rare solemnity.
And as we walk along, I dare be bold with our discourse to make your graces smile. What think you of this page, my lord?
I think the boy hath grace in him, he blushes.
I warn you, my lord, more grace than boy.
Oh, what mean you that by saying?
Please you, I tell you as we pass along that you will wonder what hath fortune come, Proteus. 'Tis your penance but to hear the story of your loves discovered, that done our day of marriage shall be yours. One feast, one house, one mutual happiness.
Hooray!
Ladies and gentlemen, that was two gentlemen of Verona! Thank you so much for coming out. Tonight your players were Thurio, Mr. Shadow White, and me, Mr. Brian Bear, and Lucetto and the Bandit, Mr. Cauley, and Milan, Mr. Jerod, and Silvia, Miss Kelsey, and the lovely Julia, Mr. Kelsey, and our two very best friends from Verona, Proteus and Valentine. Tonight we're played by Mr. Swanson. We're coming out here to the best place to see our little show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please tell your friends. Please like us on Facebook. Please post all the pictures that you took tonight to our Instagram page so that you can return to that Instagram page and remember this type of game in picture form. I don't think we have anything else. Hey! Any other announcements?
Be sure to come see us next month.
Oh yes, we have one more show at Hawthorne Roasters on Friday. Whole new cast, whole new show. And then, next month, we are doing the Tempest. And for those of you who would like to get a discount, come and retire. Yeah, we're gonna have a beach party here, and we're gonna tell a spooky story about a wizard. So that's all we got. Pick the bar for best place for having your beer. Thank all our actors for playing tonight. And thank Mr. Hugh Walter for making sure that we didn't get too off the rails. Hello, our classmate, Mr. Jeremy Einiger, who thought of this whole thing. So most importantly, I'd like to thank each and every one of you, because without you, we're just a bunch of